Welcome everybody. I'm Virt, and this is Hourglass SMP. Now, in today's video, what I'd like to go over mainly are the projects that I've been a part of. And this was the first one, was actually just the villagers. I spent the first couple days on the server just going ham on villagers. Now, when I was a part of them, it was much less high-tech than it is now. But I did help put together the design for our re-zombification. And I got us the original librarians. And then past that, it's pretty much been handed off to another member of the community. Mother of Corgis has taken it upon herself to crush through all these different villagers that we have now. Yeah, I think I had one armorsmith, one weaponsmith, one toolsmith as well. And that's pretty much it. Maybe like 2 farmers. And now we have a fully decked out and decorated trading hall here for the entire server. And I was also a part of killing a few of them by accident by bringing in a raid, and that's how Big Virtha came to be. Come here, Big Virtha, show me your name. How do I... Show me your name. Do I have a block? Let's see, we'll land on a sticky piston. Can you see through glass? No, probably not. Can you hit me through glass? Another good question. How do I get your name? I want to see your name. And I don't want it to kill me either. There's only one option. Big Virtha. Okay. I thought I might have a little bit more time than that. Well, we'll get back on track in a moment. B. I am actually on the White Mana Island. Now, I haven't really talked about what exactly Hourglass is so far, but I have shown you the island, or the spawn area, which is based on the realm of Kaladesh within Magic the Gathering. And this is going to be our first island that we'll work on, the White Mana based realm of Dominaria. And this is our progress so far. We have 1 month to build the entire island out. We've done a great deal of terraforming. It is a mushroom island. You can see on my mini HUD here, mushroom fields, but it is no longer mushroom, obviously. And Lena did it, and we mapped out where this was going to be, and then she filled it in on stream. And we're going to build a nice a mage's barracks and sort of fortress-esque castle-y thinger up here. And there's a lot more planned out, and you can see there's some floating islands in the White Mana that we've planned to add to this surrounding area as well. And that, I believe, was built by Shortzelda22, the owner of the server, along with her and her husband Vault. And now we gotta go get my stuff back before it despawns. It is just outside of spawn chunks, so hopefully I don't have to worry about it too much. Otherwise, I did just lose all my stuff, so I can show you this. Sorry, wheat. No! Oh man, I'm gonna get banned after this video. Don't worry, we'll cut that out in post here. Jump up. No. Alright, we're gonna break that. Thank you. We're gonna break that. I think I can break that as well. And now we'll put that back. I only got 1 so far. Okay. We'll put that one back. Break this. Thank you. We'll put this one back. Hopefully that redstone box. No! You got me, Virtha. You got me. Yep, played me. And I didn't set my spawn. Dang it! We'll be back soon. Alright. Let's go again. You shush up. How do you already see me? Dang it. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. Wait, okay, I thought I couldn't place for a second there. Can we put our armor on? Maybe that will help, you know? Just maybe. Now at least if I get hit, maybe I don't die in one shot. I want those. I need my redstone box back, actually, though. What do I do? How do I get my redstone box? Well, if I close this up, are you gonna leave me alone at some point? I need you to de-aggro from me. Let's try a quick this. And then a quick turnaround. Did you forget about me, Virtha? I don't know. You can't see from your butt though, right? Okay, and you don't see me yet. You don't see me. You don't see me. You see nothing. Okay. This is gonna be tricky. We have to remove all 4 blocks because it's literally on the corner. But if I do it for too long, Virtha could fall down, maybe? Question mark? But we got it. I think that's 64 chests, like it'd be nice if I can grab it, but at the same time... There we go. My XP. Come here, XP. Get over here. What the heck? Come back. What the heck? Alright, I don't want you anymore. I'm good. We did it. We've successfully restored ourselves. Okay, let's continue. So, what we're actually doing today, what we're actually focused on, is I want to show off all the farms that I've built and sort of give a description of how each works and how anyone on the server can use them. So, it may not be the most interesting video, but I'm just learning how to edit videos as it is, and getting used to recording. And so what we'll do is make a functional video for all the members of Hourglass, and if you're curious to watch it, you can. And we will start with one that I turned on during the initial replay of the server that I showed you guys, the tour. This is a Fallen Breath 5-type tree farm. It is fantastic. It is enclosed in this lovely build that I am exceptionally proud of, Project Bone Meal. I've been building this on stream, twitch.tv/Virtuositas, or the way that I like to say it, which is like a Russian variant, is Virtuositas. I don't know, it just rolls off the tongue that way, that's all I gotta say. And this is also probably it's the biggest creative build I've ever done, I think, and it's a second creative build I've ever done, and I'm really happy with how it's coming along. There's definitely some changes. You'll see, like, this is gonna brighten up at some point. I need these windows to be not jungle, I think, or maybe this to not be spruce. I don't know. We're gonna mess with it. I might take out some of the sandstone as we go, as I get a feel for how I can draw edges without it. I do think that can be done. It just needs to be messed with a little bit. And yeah, so let's take a look at the tree farm. So you can see I had the oak saplings on me still. In order to use this, it is now pretty foolproof. Before we were having issues with snow updates on the dupers, which was despawning the TNT. Well, it was blowing the TNT up, let's be real. And now what I'd like to do is just show everybody how to use it. So if you come in here, you got storage over here for everything that you could need. I did run it a bunch the other day. Somebody had emptied it, and I decided I would start filling it back up again. It runs at 2 times hopper speed, which is actually not fast enough, and I will have to adapt this at some point. This farm runs, I think the jungle wood runs at like 4 times hopper speed, and the others run at 2 or 3. And so we'll fix that at some point. But when you're using this, you can go down there to get your wood. Come over here. This one just turns the farm on, and you'll hear this dispenser start going. We'll turn that down really quickly. That one. Yeah. Now, when you're doing oak, we want to prevent tall oak trees. Otherwise, the tall oak tree could come in here and grow and just absolutely destroy this thing. But what we'll do is you want to aim right for the corner, and that way when we get pushed down, we don't get pushed into a dispenser. So like, if I put my cursor here, oh, we're going to stop recording that. if I put my cursor here, you'll see when I get pushed down, I go into a dropper instead of continuing to plant trees. So we want to be on the corner. And it's not like pixel perfect or anything, but if you do that, there is a way to prevent getting pushed down, but I'm not going to show it, and I don't use it personally anyway. Just aim for the corner. And this will work with any tree. The only difference is certain modes. And so oak has its own mode, so that we don't break the farm. But we can turn that off. We make sure that the flying machine goes all the way back. You'll notice that we're getting sticks and apples and saplings back. I've been keeping 3 stacks of each one, and I don't throw out jungle saplings just as a rule because they're a little bit rarer. And then I'll have to move these over, but we have lots of extra sticks. Now, the other mode that there's oak mode and there's acacia mode. And then the other ones are they don't have a mode. So spruce, jungle, and birch, they run by themselves. They don't need a mode turned on. So let's do the acacia quick. I turn this on, and what this does is makes the leaf crushers fire twice. It's unfortunately, like, it's really hard to have enough frames to really tell the difference, but it pushes and then it pushes again, so that it straightens out all the logs that are in the wonky acacia trees. I'm sure everybody understands that part. Makes them a straight line, so that instead of however they grew, they end up straight. And now, just to show off sort of the other thing is, I have figured out I can do something like this. What are we doing? This. They're all in weird orders. Jungle. Yeah, this is supposed to be there, that's why. Sure. No, that's not right. What happened here? I wanted these ones together so that these are the ones that don't need any order in any mode, and these ones have their separate modes. Actually, we'll move this all the way over, and then we'll move these. Let me move them back one button. Now what I can do is I can turn on a randomizer. It's set to slot 5, and I'm going to change that really quick in Tiwikaru. And we will change this to 3. And now, what I can do is I can run all 3, and this is how I've managed to get away with the fact that the storage doesn't currently sort fast enough if I stay in one type of tree, but it does work when I have 3 kinds of tree. Now, the only issue is this, is you eventually run out of jungle saplings, so you'd need to, like, unless your inventory is full, you will most likely run out of jungle saplings, just because they come, it'll give you enough jungle saplings so that you don't, like, actually run out, but you won't get enough into your hand fast enough, just because of the random nature of droppers and the amount of sticks and other saplings that you're going to get that are going to make it hard for you to get the jungle saplings back in time. You can see right now I'm still at 64, so it's not like having a big issue, but I did run this for about 25 minutes and I ended up running out of jungle saplings. That was about 3 shulkers into each wood, so not a big deal, but something that I haven't yet thought about how to fix. So yeah, there you go. And we're printing logs. Hello. It does help when you don't have another spot available. Look at that. We got 10 more saplings. Well, let's put you back, you. And then this is just hooked up to a composter, so anything that goes in there goes away. Put those in there. I've been saving most of them. And we'll turn this off. Luckily, this one, actually, if it's left on, it doesn't really break, which is awesome. So, I mean, don't leave it on because it's a lot of unnecessary lag with all the hoppers, with the fueling situation running. There's a lot of observers, running if that's on. But there is the tree farm. Now, from the tree farm, if we just walk over here, and I'll show you the entrance, we can go into the Nether tree farm. So if we go into the middle here let me grab my bed since it's been just chilling here since I was building. If we go down here and this will look nicer at some point, but it will be the same as it is. You can go down this to get to the Nether tree farm, but first, in order to do that, what we got to do is make sure that it's primed. Actually, we'll go down and check what the inventory looks like. The Nether tree farm requires the Nether fungus, right? So you have either warped or crimson fungus, and you have to plant them on their respective nylium. They don't work if they're planted on others. So if this was a warped nylium, the crimson fungus would not grow on the opposite color, and same goes vice versa. Where if that were if this were stuck as crimson nylium and this was warped fungus, then this also wouldn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull like most of this out. I'm going to put them in a chest here for now, if we have room somewhere. How about there? Perfect. And I'm going to run this dry and just show you guys how it works. So if I turn this on, oh, we're going to turn the randomizer off. If I turn it on, then you'll hear the dupers start going. This one's a little bit different. If you fly away with this running, it will probably break. It'll blow itself up when it reloads and the TNT doesn't move. But all we have to do now is, if I get like a couple of these and we've imagined that this is full up, then it will just keep running, and I'll show you how to fill it later. So I plant one, and every time one is moved, every time these pistons fire, we get another crimson fungus spit at us. It's important that you can't mix the types of fungus here, otherwise you won't be able to keep spamming right click. So I'm just holding right click down, and there we go. We ran out of the 25 that we had there. So now I'm going to turn it off. We have made some crimson stems. They're coming in now. The shroomlights don't come in very quickly, but they do come in. There's more crimson wood. Then there's this is where the warped wood would be, which we'll see in a second. And then we get some of the nether warp blocks. I hear a skeleton. Could be dangerous down here. I'm not sure. I don't believe it is, but especially with pants around it, it's fine, I'm sure. So we'll go back up, and now I will show you how to use the nether plant farm to prime the nether wood farm. And this is, you know, something that, like, if you're not on Hourglass, maybe it's just something you're interested in making. Now, I do plan on moving all this into a nice centralized interior design around here, so that everything is toggleable, still from similar positions, but that you're like, you know, you can be in a nice room as opposed to just in the dark underneath my build. So we can turn the nether plant farm on, and now I'm not sure if there's bone meal in it, so we may have to check on that. It'll run without bone meal. The only thing that will tell us whether there's bone meal or not is whether anything falls down into this water stream when it stops. And 1, 2, 3, and there's definitely no bone meal in there. So we'll turn this back off, and instead we'll turn the bone meal farm on. You can see it's a little bit busted at the moment. I'm not really sure when that happened, but we don't want cobblestone in our stone generators is all. And that's okay. We'll fix that later. Most of it is doing fine. But I just turned the bone meal farm on, and all of this is centralized control. The frames definitely struggle. I just dropped to 12 or so, 20. Okay, if I don't move, we're going to be fine. We're also recording at 1080p right now, so, you know, maybe that's part of it. But, yeah, so we are printing bone meal, and now I didn't select something yet. So now we want to send it to the nether plant farm. And now it is sending through water streams. All of the bone meal that's being made is going to the nether plant farm, and that happens down here intelligently. It just switches. It's a block swapper basically. So you can't really see. Let's see. Let's get up here. So we have these water streams, and this is blocked off with ice. But when we trigger it, this block comes up and blocks the straight path. And this block goes down, and it would go this way. And right now, since we have selected for the nether plant farm, the bone meal is going this way, and you can see the difference. So that block went down over here, and this block came up, and now it's going right into the nether plant farm. I'm actually very happy with this design. I'd never seen it before, and it's turning out very, very well. So we'll go back up. We're not gonna fuel it super crazy right now. How do I get out of here? I forgot about that glass. That's not gonna do it. What about here? Can we get out? No. There we go. It's a little scary down here. Alright, so Let's see how we're doing. It's the bone meal farm makes at about 25,000 per hour. So we would get 25,000 bone meal per hour, and right now, we've got a few stacks coming in at double hopper speed, so it's filling up this one first, which is fine because this is the smaller side anyway. There's only like 3 hoppers in this, and this one has like 10 hoppers and the dropper. But what we'll do is we will sacrifice frames just to speed this process up a little bit. So the bone meal farm is running, and now we'll turn the nether plant farm on as well. So get ready for another frame drop. You'll notice the pistons are not happy. They're almost like not even firing in unison. I wonder if that's a chunk border. I'm really just curious. It is a chunk border. That's really interesting. So now you can see the stuff actually falling in, and it's getting sorted, or it's getting burned at the end because we don't really need that many nether plants. I am collecting them, but not quickly because we just don't need that many. So now we're getting our fungus. They're going into these ones over here because there's a dropper system there. So we'll let this run one more time. You can turn it off whenever you want. It doesn't matter if I turn it off now. It'll eventually just flood and spit those stuff over. And you can still see the bone meal coming up this one. Now let's turn the bone meal farm off. We're good there. That's another one. You can click whenever you want. Just don't spam the on and off, as long as you don't do that. That's interesting. I haven't seen it turn off like that before, but I'm sure it's fine. Now we got, a couple stacks of bone meal in here, even after running it like we were. And what we have over here is we have these droppers. Oh my goodness, we have so much. And we have these dropper systems primed and ready to go to spit out all the different fungi that we have. We get much more warped. I'm not sure if that's because of the nylium I have up there. I don't remember if I evened it out or not. But we'll fix that if not. I swear there were levers here at one point. What the heck? Who took my levers? Well, I don't know what happened there, but these ones aren't in use, so we'll take these ones. That's very strange. I don't know why somebody would have taken my levers. I have core inspect on my other server, and I really wish I had it right now, just so I could see who took these levers. Alright, anyway, we'll do... Maybe they got blown up by a creeper or something. I don't know. We want warped fungus because we want to show the switching of the nylium. So the warped is now released. These get 0 ticked up into an observer clock position. You can see the warped fungus are getting dropped into this water stream. They're floating along here, running over here, hitting this glass block, and falling right down into the collection for storage in the farm for the fungi. That dropper setup that we were looking at before, where it was spitting them out at us. So we'll turn that back off. We don't need a ton. And we'll drop down here. You can just fall into the hole, but yeah, why not? We'll go over here. Now I think, yeah, I will make a dedicated chest. And since I have a chest, I will actually do that right now. Okay. Be aware of that. We'll just, put some grass there. And we'll put a chest here. And we have this. What I like to do is I put it in my offhand. Make sure that you're using a silk touch, because I only have 2 of each down here. But catch it. If it goes down here, it will get deleted. It'll get burned. Anything that falls in this that is not being sorted does get burned, just so you know. It'll fire once just because there's an observer there, and then boop, and then boop. So this one goes against that slab, and this one goes against that observer face. And then we'll just walk back over here. And now it is primed for the warp nylium. And the reason why there's 2 is this one allows you to bone meal this one if it breaks, which can happen. So like if the tree that's there, we'll turn it on. If the tree that's there sits for too long before the piston pushes it, and this thing can die in 1 tick, so it'll turn back to netherrack instead of the nylium, which if that happens, it just means that we need to bone meal it, like I was saying. So now we have, we're starting to get the warped logs collecting them, and you can just hold down right click again, and you can see I'm just oscillating between 63 and 64 warped fungus. I'd love for this to actually die, just so I could like show you how to fix it. You know what, we could just do that, I guess. So we'll turn it off for a second. Let's put this away. Do I have any netherrack? I'd rather not mess around with this. I don't have any netherrack down here, but that's okay. Proof of concept. Let's not drop it. So I'm going to go down here. And let's say that you have your tree stayed too long and it killed this piece of nylium. So now it looks like this. What you can do is you can reach in here, grab a bone meal, or however many you get forced to take, and you can just bone meal it. And look at that! Then you just break whatever plant grows, unless it's a fungi, and then you can start going again. And we're good. And that is the only thing that you'll need to do for this farm. Everything is working now. It has a roof over it, just like the other tree farms, so the dupers do not despawn the TNT. And there you go. And so we'll go back up, and I'll meet you at the next farm. We're at the pillager outpost now, and we'll grab ourselves Dark Omen really quickly. Now, last time I tried to do this on camera, I did end up starting a raid that killed multiple villagers on our trading hall, so we're going to be really mindful of the fact that we have Dark Omen right now. We got to make sure that we actually turn the farm on, and then actually get rid of the buffed. But here we go. We're going to keep going to the... Oh, this is the wrong way. So we're going to follow the cobblestone past the Hoglin farm and head to the raid farm here. Now, the raid farm, not many people, I don't know if anyone else has used it, and that's because it does have, like, it's probably the only one with any sort of complex setup. So we'll grab a milk bucket, and then the thing that we want is we want to have a little bit of redstone on us. It is a little bit of a strange circuit. It's an old style circuit, and that's why this happens. So we need at least one piece of redstone. So let's grab this one and put it in our hand. Now there's two switches that need to be like set up correctly. So this one, you want to turn the hopper clock on. So now we've done that, and the hopper clock is going. And then we're going to go up here, and I always forget, do I have to? It's a little bit of a pain. I think we have to do that. Yes, okay. So this is the state that we want it to be in. We want this circuit to be going around and such that it's never fully powered, but they're powering each other and turning each other off, so that these pistons are splitting the raiders apart a little bit. Now let me show it again. So like when we would leave, we would turn this on, and so this is how you would find the farm, like this. So you're gonna turn it off. Now they're perma powering each other. What you got to do is you got to break and replace at the right time so that this happens. Now the only tricky thing is that so this is now in the off state, we turn this like this, they're still powering each other, is that every once in a while, if you're too slow, they'll die, and nothing is happening. We're going to turn this so that this one is in the false powered position, okay? So the lever's up, and we're going to click right click. And there we go. Now, in order to go, this thing's going as well. We're going to, well, let me show you actually. We're going to walk straight into that pressure plate so that our hitbox is against it, and then stop. So I stopped moving as soon as I was against it. And what that does is puts us in a place where when this trapdoor opens from the hopper clock, we'll fall down. But when we hit the bottom, we'll land in water. We'll also hit a pressure plate, and we will go. So you're going to see we hit this pressure plate, it pushes us over, and now we started a raid because there's a villager down there. So now we're coming up. It's going to move us over again. We're in that same spot. So this pushed us over because we were in this pressure plate. And now we're going to swing here. So if you have an auto clicker, what you do is you would turn your auto clicker and just start swinging. We can hear the horn blaring. And now we'll start killing raiders. Getting some of our XP back that Virtha stole. Now, it is very important that you have sharpness 5, sweeping edge, when you're here. Otherwise, you will almost definitely die to Vex. If you hit an evoker and don't kill it, then he's going to cast Vex on you, and they will fly around until they kill you. If you're AFK, you are definitely donezo. So let's watch this happen again. You'll see this move, we fall down, boom, hit that, get pushed into the soul sand. When we come up, we're going to get pushed in, we're going to hit that pressure plate and get pushed over into our killing position again. Pressure plate pushed, boom, we're done here. Alright, we'll turn off the hopper clock just for lag purposes. Turn this off, same reason. You'll find that there are emeralds here and here. I guess gunpowder, redstone, sticks, glowstone. Oh, no, I guess this is spider eyes. I don't know what's going on here. I did just change some of this. So I guess this is bottles and this is glowstone. And this was supposed to be something. Maybe I never put a filter on it. I don't think I did. But anyway, and now we don't leave. We drink our milk. We get some milk from Milky. And we put this back in there. And if you want to throw anything out that ends up in your inventory, you can walk over here and just put it into there. And just get rid of it. Look at that, it's gone. Just throwing out random stuff. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, we're back at the Nether roof hub thing. And, oh look, somebody added one for the gold farm. But we can go to both by following the fortress farm mats here, the carpets, and we're going about 900 blocks south and about 600 blocks to the east, and we'll show you how to just turn on the Nether fortress farm. There's not that much going on there. If you're able to AFK with an auto clicker, then it'll be very easy to use. It's a Nembon fortress farm, and it was the first fortress farm I'd ever built. Really, I've built a wither skeleton farm before, but this one's pretty cool, and I'm aware that there are some modifications that can be made that'll make it quite a bit stronger, and I look forward to messing with that in the future. But for now, this was all about speed building and making sure that we had farms and the resources we needed. So that's what we did. This is the fortress farm. It has 2 sets of slime sweepers, and in order to turn it on, we just flip that. It'll start turning on these sweepers to push mobs into a position. What we want to do is we want to get up in here, and then we want to put that down and go against it here. So in this corner now that we're in, we can't get hit by wither skeletons. But if we're any closer, they can reach us. So we want to step back into this corner and we're good. I'll just show that sort of. If I'm right here, we'll wait for the next wither skeleton. But I don't think blazes can hit you, but I do know wither skeletons can. Yeah, I don't think anything else can hit us from here. But if I hit, I'll probably get withered. Yep, and I got withered. So we'll back up, eat, and we'll kill him. We'll get revenge. And there you go. You'll find the storage is all down this vine. And one day we'll set these blazes up. They have names of planeswalkers in Magic the Gathering, and I caught them while I was building this, and I'm very happy to have them. We'll put them on display eventually. I realized about halfway through a replay mod recording that there was absolutely no way that was full capacity, and I can see that at least that one's broken. This one is at least in the right place. What about this one? I'm not sure how this happened. It just means that somebody unloaded the area while it was running, unfortunately. This one, any flying machine based farm, they are very temperamental for if they can be broken easily, that's all. So we'll turn it back on. We'll make sure that the other ones are all working. That one's good. And this one needs an update. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. But we're almost at full capacity. It looks like just one's not working. Yeah, okay. Good. So... well, it might be smarter to despawn everything, but I happen to know that they have a really hard time walking over the walls in the floor here. So let's just go like this, get the blazes out of here. We'll get the blazes out. Get out of my farm. Get off my lawn. Yeah, once you hit them, then they find you, but before that, they're like weird. I don't think... Are there any other piglins? Yeah, there's one. Bloop. Okay. Now, let's see... See, he's like lost. Now that he's freed, he's less lost. Okay. I am not sure if this will work. That didn't work. What about you? You worked. So we gave it an update. Now we're gonna get... Oh, that's a good thing that it pushed me down. That is so much better. Alright. And we fixed it. And I lost the blue glass, but we have that. So, whatever. Now we'll go back down, and we should be in a much better position. Get in there, close that. Alright, we're back in our corner. The next and best farm, in my opinion. We'll skip the Shulker Farm. Yes, this is a Shulker Farm, but we don't really need it right now. So we have a few Shulkers still out here. But we had one legend, an absolute legend, Gerald, who gave us... I want to say like 5 or 6 shulkers of shulker shells without dying. He did fantastically. He was a champ. But if we go through this portal for the Shulker Farm, then we can find ourselves at the Copper Farm. Now, I promise I will make this nicer. Right now, you come through the Copper Farm and you can come down here. This is the ugliest thing I've ever built, but it is functional at keeping you alive. So this guy will attract any baby zombies that fall down. Except for those ones, apparently. Those dudes are hanging out. Is that a drowned head, or are you a drowned? That's a drowned head. They're carrying so much stuff. We'll make sure that... I'll make sure I show you guys the incredible things that can happen here. I got the only TikTok I've ever made was with... some of the dudes that came around here, and we'll get another one someday, but we had a man going ham. So that's where the storage is, but we'll come back up here, we'll walk into the middle, and then flick that lever. We do want this up because of thorns, and this closes us off to other zombies, so now we can stand here. Unfortunately, the farm is probably pretty empty. Whenever anybody unloads it and flies away, if you just go through the portal, it won't actually despawn the zombies that are in here, but if you fly away it will. And you can see some of them are here, you can see one there, wherever the snow golems are throwing, and then you can see the zombie reinforcements coming in. F3B is a really neat thing here where you can actually see what's going on. We are at currently about 300 entities, which is not even half of max capacity for this farm. It does take about 20 to 30 minutes to warm up. The only thing I always recommend is for this, put your swing at like once every 2 seconds. If you swing faster than that, you're gonna come back dead, unless what you do is you hold down right click and do an F3 T trick, so that now I'm eating as well. So if I'm swinging and I'm eating, then I'll live overnight. But the problem is that if you're swinging too fast and you take a ton of thorns damage, you will eventually outpace the regen beacon. And I once came back to my computer in the morning with half a heart left, and I was just oscillating between one heart and half a heart, one heart and half a heart because of the beacon and hunger damage. So this one's a little bit harder to AFK, I will say, like without dying. Most nights I die after I've gotten about 9 stacks of copper blocks. But that's how it works. It's very simple otherwise. You can see the right click that was an auto right click. That wasn't me clicking it. So yeah, and that's I'm gonna show one more farm just because it's kind of easily breakable that I built. It is a small snow farm back at spawn. Let's meet up there. Alright, we're back at spawn, and if we fly over here to this little hut, I did not build this, but I love that somebody put anything on it. Honestly, it's like a little igloo. Oh, I love that. And it looks like this may have already broken in the exact way I was about to show off. So if you hold down your left click and you try and do this, but you're not in line with the snow layers and you're in line with the glass, so like see how this is in line with the front snow layer, but I would hit a glass over here if I moved over and I was like just looking straight. This will actually break that glass eventually. So what you want to do is you want to start on the outside and make sure that your cursor is in line with the last piece of snow, and then move over. And now I'm getting all 4, and we'll make it all 5. I'll fix this, and you can do it with all 5. But yeah, it's you have to have a pretty accurate target or you will bust glass. And then we have to replace the minecarts and stuff. And I don't know what happened to this man, but he gone. So I made this. I actually designed this one for a competition on Project Nebula SMP, which I'll link in the description. It's a server where I am a helper and so part of the staff team, and I've been playing there for most of my Minecraft career. When I started at the beginning of COVID social distancing, and I love this little thing. I once threw 156,969 snowballs in a week with one of my friends. We tied, and we used mainly this farm to fuel it with dropper systems so we could throw snowballs as fast as possible. Just a silly little thing, but a fun one nonetheless. And I think that brings all the farms to a close. Dang it, I recorded a whole outro and then realized I wasn't recording. But yeah, thanks everybody so much for sticking around. If you're still here, my first episode was very hard to get into. Mumbo talked about it recently in his video about how like he was struggling to like just start on the project, and that's really what this video was for me. I just wanted to get even just anything out for everybody on the server to be able to use these farms and feel confident when they were doing so. And I really wanted to get into making YouTube videos, but I didn't know what I was doing, and it took me way longer than I would have liked just to even start on this project. But so thank you everybody who's still here and who watched it all, and leave a like if you liked it, comment, and give me some feedback if you feel like there's something that I can improve on, or if you just had a feeling about it at all even. And yeah, come check us out on Twitch. I stream on Twitch on Hourglass, and soon Nebula, and maybe some hardcore and stuff. I'll be doing lots of farm designs of my own before 118 drops. I have big plans. Maybe even an adventure map is something that I really want to work on since we had a war on our on Project Nebula. And this will definitely not be the last challenge server I'll be a part of, because this whole time crunch thing appeals to me very greatly. So there's lots more to come, and yeah, have a good one, everybody.